Hey guys, my name is Hannah. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are finally filming a video I've been wanting to do for so long, and that would be my A Court of Wings and Ruin theories. I know I probably could have waited to film this video until the cover for the book had come out, but I just couldn't wait. As soon as I had the title, I'm like, I'm ready to do it. Let's do it now. Just a heads up, these are not going to be fully fledged, intricate, really exciting theories. These are just some things that I've thought about over the times that I've read this book, and I've just wanted to get out there. I've read the book 3 times and I'm listening to the audiobook for a second time. So I'm in deep shit. I'm trash, but I'm not mad at it. So let's get started. First of all, let's talk about the title. So what we know is that title is an acronym for war, as in fuck everyone's gonna die. I reckon personally that the wings are referring to the Illyrians. Who's Illyrian wings? I don't know. I think Cassian's wings are gonna be fine. Everyone's freaking out because everyone's like, he's never gonna fly again, he'll be destroyed. Like, what is an Illyrian without his wings? So I remember reading somewhere that someone said that Illyrian wings are like bat wings, and then my mind flew to when my friend did a project on bats years ago for biology, and something about the membrane and bats' wings heals quickly, and I was like, guys, his wings will heal. I can't afford to think that his wings won't heal, so we're not going to think about that. In my mind, Azrael's wings will be fine. He'll heal, he'll fly, Nesta and him will be beautiful, and shh, we can't afford to think bad things about Cassian right now. It's just not worth it, okay? I reckon that the wings could refer to Feyre. I know a lot of people are thinking that she'll just have wings from her shape-shifting abilities, but I think somehow she'll be able to manifest permanent wings like Rhys does. Maybe the wings is referring to how important Illyrians will be this time around in the books. Perhaps the female Illyrians, because I think that the female Illyrians will be super crucial this time around, because Sarah was specifically dropping hints that Cassian was training the females. So maybe they're going to be really important this time, attacking Highburn and stuff, and I'm just really looking forward to seeing how that's all going to play out. And for the ruin part of the title, that means us, as in we're all going to be ruined. Fuck. Mostly I think the ruin is referring to us as a fandom. Yep. The ruin part is very much up in the air on what that could determine or mean. I just hope it doesn't mean the demise or the ruin of the Night Court, specifically the Inner Circle, Sarah J. Maas. I really could not handle that, so please don't. Yeah. Okay, so we have confirmation of Sarah herself that Calanmai happened during A Court of Mist and Fury. And I know I've seen this theory floating around Tumblr as well, and many people agree, and I was really glad that some people were on the wavelength when I think Ianthe is hella pregnant. Let's be real, Tamlin would have had to go on the prowl during Calanmai, and I hate that holiday, you little nasty. And I just think Ianthe would have been there shady as hell, just being like, hey, and I would be like, no, calm down. So what I'm thinking is, that nasty did the nasty with the other nasty, and now we're gonna have a pregnant Ianthe and Tamlin mutant child running around. But in saying that, it's gonna create one nice, really giant loophole for Feyre for not having to, do anything with a little shithead. Because I think I speak for us all that if Tamlin touched Feyre, we would rip off his dick. So I think that's gonna be a nice loophole. Okay. So we got told in A Court of Mist and Fury that Feyre was like, I'm gonna have to start taking this tonic now, and Rhys was like, yo, I want kids, but I'm never gonna make you have kids. And I really appreciated that. But we never actually got the confirmation that Homegirl was taking the tonic. We never read a scene of her being like, oh, I'm gonna take my tonics so I don't get pregnant. We never got that confirmation. Maybe she just did it and we just didn't see it. I don't know. Or maybe I just didn't quite process it. What if she didn't take it and she's in the spring court and way-ho, the next thing we know, we've got little face sand babies running around. And as much as I want that in the very far future, this is not a good time, and that really worries me. A part of me is starting to think that the wall will almost definitely come down. I know we're trying to prevent it, but in my mind, it's gonna come down. We can't stop it. The damn thing's gonna crumble. And as a result of the wall falling down, that I feel like the spring court will also just disintegrate a little bit. And I feel like Feyre will be there at the time, and she'll be desperately trying to get the people of the spring court out, because she cares for them all, but because Feyre has her human heart, so she'll be desperately trying to save everyone, and it's gonna be really you know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking the way that they're gonna have to get people out of the spring court when shit goes to shiitake mushroom is that we're gonna have to go back through under the mountain, because in A Court of Thorns and Roses there's that entrance and that texture, and I can't handle it because Feyre's gonna be trying to keep it together, being it's not real. She's not Amarantha. She's not here. I can do this, but she'll have like a panic attack and everyone will be looking to her to save them because she's Feyre Cursebreaker, defender of the rainbow, and she'll be like, I can't do it. And I think it's gonna be really emotional. As you can tell, I'm getting really emotional just thinking about it. I need a minute. In my mind, we're gonna have this really heartbreaking scene where we have to go back to under the mountain. And what if like some of the inner circle who had never been there before go there and they think, shit, this is what they went through, and we'll be like, we know. Oh, and what if Rhys and Feyre like reunite there? You know what I mean? Like if Feyre is there trying to get people out and she's like panicking, and Rhys is there trying to is like on the other side trying to get people out, and they're both panicking and they see each other and they're like, speaking of the wall, I do believe we were promised a wall scene, so what if it's on the wall? That's far-fetched, but a girl can dream. Feyre's dad is so getting shit done on the other continent. Like, come on. Sarah was dropping hints like mad, being like, oh, my dad is still on the other continent doing work. Oh god, thank god my father isn't here to witness all of this. Oh no, what is my father going to think of my sisters becoming Fae because he's still on the other continent? That was being done for a reason. Now in my mind, been shit done. For all we know, he's going to turn up in Highburn with the fucking armada being like, duh, 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 like some Pirates of the Caribbean kind of shit, you know what I'm saying? Better yet, some Daenerys Targaryen shit sailing from Westeros like, woohoo! Or he could be doing nothing. Or he could fuck things up. Could go either way. But in my mind, he's gonna turn up and he's gonna redeem himself, and he's still gonna love his 3 little daughters. Lucian is gonna run away from the Spring Court because Elaine. And I think that's gonna crush Tamlin. Tamlin's gonna have no one, and I think he's a dick. But he isn't evil, and I feel like Lucian will have to go through this really like moment of figuring out who his loyalty is, if his mate, his High Lord, if 2 worlds can become one. Bit of Spice Girls for you guys there. I'm really worried that when we're in the Spring Court, we're gonna find some Illyrian wings. Because I do recall, I'm not sure if it's still a thing, there was a room that Feyre wasn't allowed to go into in A Court of Thorns and Roses. I could be making this up, but I'm really worried that there could be some Illyrian wings. Then all shit's gonna break loose and she'll just cocoon herself like she did in A Court of Mist and Fury in the darkness and the wind and the stars, and that's when Mor had to come save her. I'm worried that that's gonna happen. That also could be a good theme because Feyre could be like, High Lady of the Night Court here, about to fuck some shit up. Let's get to it. But that's just one thing. I hope it doesn't happen because I don't think I could emotionally handle that. So Tamlin. Tam the Tool, that guy is supposed to have a shot at redemption. Doesn't mean he'll take it. Tamlin is essentially doing what Amarantha was doing for 50 years. Well, 49 if we're gonna get all niggly about it. But in saying that, I don't think he's evil. No, I don't. He clearly isn't evil because he hated sending his own people out to die to break the curse, and he eventually stopped. And I know there's an argument for that he sent them out in the first place, but he stopped because it was killing him. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's evil. I just think, like Feyre said, she fell in love with the first person that showed her kindness, and perhaps that he wanted to be that person for her, and it just worked for them at the time. And I think he just took it too far, and I hate him, but I still don't think he's a complete evil, but he's a douche canoe. So maybe he'll redeem himself, but maybe it'll be in a way that he has to die. I personally can't see how Tamlin will survive this series and still be like a character that can drive the plot forward other than a way of not creating obstacles. So maybe he'll die and redeem himself. Feyre is gonna be fucking up shit left, right and center in the best way possible. I'm trying to figure out how Rhys and Feyre are gonna be like communicating, because we know they're, I say this wrong every time, Diamante? Okay, they're the thing where they can get into, what the hell is this? They can get into each other's minds, and you know, they can see into other people's heads, and they've done that thing where they accidentally like step out of each other's bodies and like see each other. So I just want to know how we're going to take that to a full new scale. Here's my thinking. If you've read the Bloodline series by Rochelle Mead, you know that Adrian Ivashkov can like dream walk, and he does that to Sydney. So I'm wondering if we're gonna have some dream walking stuff going on. Like they could physically insert themselves into their minds where they can physically interact with each other, like, instead of just like voice things. Like I'm excited to see how that's going to pan out, because they have to communicate. This is extremely far-fetched, and I don't think it was hinted to it at all. This is me just hoping, a wishing, a dreaming that what if Rhys's family just isn't dead? I don't know how, and I don't know why. I just hope. I don't know how it could be possible. I just don't want them to be dead. I want Rhys to just have his mum, and they can just jump out the window and fly around with each other until you know, the morning. We know that Feyre is going to have to work with the king. That was already stated at the end of Court of Mist and Fury. How she's going to work for him, your girl doesn't know. But I feel like the cereal's going to be involved somehow, for some reason, some way. I don't know. I clearly don't know a lot of things. Anyway, so I feel like Feyre's going to have to catch the cereal again, and he'll just be there like, yeah, you don't need to catch me, ho, I'm here, I'm ready, we're best friends now. I'm the biggest face and shipper here. What do you want to know? I hope they don't have to kill the cereal, because I feel like he's been a good guy. Or maybe there's a turning point when Feyre does have to work for the King of Highburn. She'll be like, no, High Lady of the Night Court, ready to fuck you up. Or maybe that's when Tamlin will be like, I made a mistake. In my mind, I'm envisioning some white witch stuff from Prince Caspian going on, and Amarantha like resurrecting from the dead. Don't know what she's gonna do. It's just gonna be really stressful, so maybe she'll just fuck with Feyre and there will be Claire Better's body and Feyre will be like, no. I don't know. I just feel like we're not done with Amarantha. I know she's dead. Actually, she could have, because we could oh fuck, I hope no one's got her eyeball and her bone, because I don't want no resurrected Amarantha like we did with Durian. Like, I don't know, I feel like we're just not done with Amarantha. She could somehow come back into the plot line, whether it's just very briefly to interact and cause mayhem, or gonna move over to some like Elaine, mostly Nesta kind of things now. Starting with Elaine, I'm thinking Elaine's ex-fiance, well, technically not ex yet, in terms of their relationship haven't really been discussed. But yeah, I think he's gonna try to hunt her down, because we know Elaine's fiance's father is like so like, let's hunt fairies down, stab him, even though that doesn't work, like, pfft. Anyway, so I feel like they're gonna have to go back to the mortal realm, be emissary, and like be like, guys, you're all gonna die, we need to move you, and humans will be like, no. Maybe Isaac Hale will be there. I feel like it's gonna come into play. Sarah doesn't throw characters in for the sake of them being thrown in, other than, you know, maybe showing that Feyre is an adult. I just feel like he will come into play. She doesn't just throw characters in just to be there. They're all there for a reason, so maybe he'll just come in somehow or other. Yo, yiggity yo. We're going to talk about Nesta's definite ex-fiance. If you haven't read, there's like an excerpt at the end of Court of Mist and Fury. Not all editions had it, I had to find it online. But there's a little like exchange between Nesta and Cassian. I was gonna say Nessian, that's how deep I'm in. But Nesta and Cassian discussing like Nesta's fiance. And I feel like that's gonna come into play again, whether with that interact with him, or it'll be like do with Nesta's character development, or if we do interact with him, Cassian will be there and be like, I'm gonna fuck you up. Nesta will be like, I have this. Nesta's gonna hate herself for a bit. I'm seeing it now, I'm calling it now. Nesta's gonna loathe herself, she's not gonna accept it, she's gonna be like, no. But then Cassian, that will just become, and Nesta will be softies for each other. I feel like she'll accept the bond when they go to like the war camp. She sees the female Illyrians being trained. I really don't know how Nesta and Elaine's like powers will manifest, what kind of powers they're gonna have, if they have any at all. Like, this is all so exciting, I don't know. I'm really worried it'll like backfire, you know, when like in horror movies when a creature is created, they like, it just like, there's like a mutation, chemical imbalance, I don't know, I suck at science. But you know how it'll backfire and they die and it's really gross. I'm really worried that's gonna happen. God, Sarah, don't do it. Just let everyone be happy. So I'm not particularly sure where I stand on all the deaths so far. We don't know, I don't know if I've understood this wrong, but we don't know if this is the final book or not. Sarah did say it is determined on who dies and who doesn't. I feel like this isn't the third and final book in the series, because it would have been like the third and final thrilling installment in the Court of Thorns and Roses trilogy. But we haven't had that. If there is going to be a spin-off, I feel like it will be focused on Amren. But yeah, back to who dies. I feel like it's Amren who's gonna die, and if she dies, burn out her Fae body, and that's what's gonna set her free. Or it'll be Azriel. I don't know why, I just feel like Azriel's gonna die, and I don't want him to. Don't yell at me for that. I don't want him to. I don't want him to. I love Az. I have no good reason for saying Az will gonna die, other than I just get that vibe. And Rhys? He's not dying. No, I won't let it happen. I'll just rip out those pages and be like, it didn't happen, it's fine. And he doesn't get to die, because he almost died in the last book, and that's just not fair. Rhysand, High Lord of the Night Court, most powerful High Lord in all of Prythian history, doesn't get to die. Do you know why? We still had to go back to that little store and try on some lacy things with Feyre, okay? So, let's talk about the other continent quickly. They're either going to be a big problem, or not a problem, or they don't care. I feel like Prythian could be like, Pan Am, how like everything's going wrong and the rest of the world's just like, leave them alone, let them sort their own shit out. Like either other continents gonna come over with favors that and be like, we got you guys, we're gonna save your ass, or they're just gonna be teaming up with King of Highburn and the High Priestesses, because I know Ianthe was hiding out over there for 50 years. She had to be doing some like salty shit over there, so I told you these were not gonna be very good fully fledged theories. These are just things I wanted to spit out and get into the open. Speaking of the High Priestesses, maybe I'm gonna get rid of the High Priestesses. Reese said he didn't like them very much. He didn't say they were all bad, but he just had like some beef with them, understandably. So maybe that's kind of gonna dissipate, because he did kind of suggest that they aren't like, they're not what they used to be. So I'm not sure how the courts will survive. I don't think the courts are gonna disband. The ranking could change. I really hope they don't disband. At least maybe their borders become less like, and everyone's becomes a bit more like, peaceful, and you can travel between, but not Valaris. Valaris is like, no one gets to go there because it's the City of Starlight, it's special. I don't want like Tamlin and shit going to Valaris, like, ew. I think the Hewn City's gonna fall apart. They could even betray Reese because they're all gross. I hate Moore's dad. He could be the prick, and not the good kind of prick that we've grown to love, just the bad word for prick. Betray them because he's a dick, and Court of Nightmares just be like, you know what? You know what? We're gonna find the King of Highburn. It's cool. It's cool. Or I could be spitting out shit here because we all know the Night Court's pretty dope. I don't know, their loyalty could at least be tested. I don't know. I'm saying I don't know a lot because I don't know. Don't think Valaris will be attacked again. I don't think I could handle it because Valaris has already been attacked once, and if it is attacked again, well shit, Feyre's probably not going to be there because Hamlin. Cauldron boil me, we're gonna see some more courts. I'm most excited for the Winter Court. I don't know, I'm getting really good vibes from the Winter Court, mostly because I took a test and they said I was in, it like said I was in the Winter Court, and I was like, I'll take it. I wanted Night Court, but to me, Winter Court just feels like the next best thing because it's the most close to winter in my mind. I'm getting good vibes from the Winter Court because apparently they rebelled against Amaranth, and I was like, yo, we're good friends, let's do it. I think we're gonna find ourselves an ally in the Winter Court, and I think we're going to the Dawn Court. Sarah did say we were gonna visit some more courts, so hopefully they're gonna be our friends. I'm so sorry, I keep looking in the viewfinder to make sure I'm not out of focus, so I'm just gonna over here. Miriam and Draken, however we say their names, will be introduced. Sarah J Maas said on like a Facebook talk thing about how their story is somehow entwined with like Egyptian mythology or the gods. So maybe that's going to be how some god kind of thing will work its way into our wonderful story that is in Prithian. I always see that Throne of Glass and A Court of Thorns and Roses were always tied in this big megaverse, and my friends were always like, that's not possible, blah, blah, blah. And then Sarah was like, I guess it's possible, and I was like, I was right. When I think of how they're tied to the megaverse, I think Amryn, because no one knows what she is, and she's supposed to be insanely powerful. So here's my thinking. What if she's like Valarg, or however you say it? What if she is? Ugh. You know, when the Valarg got shoved back originally, what if she's one of them? You know? Actually, I don't really know how that works, but I think she's the link between the megaverse, even though I know she said with word keys, that's how you'd like get through, but I'm really grasping for anything here. I was also listening to the audiobook earlier today, and we're at the Weaver's thing, and it talks about how the Weaver really likes, it's like a bit of a hoarder and likes her trinkets, and that made me think of Amryn, who really likes her baubles and shit. Are they somehow like entwined? So I feel like Amryn will have to burn out her Fae body to save everyone, and she'll either die, or that's going to set her free and she'll somehow be able to go back to wherever she came from, and she'll just somehow save the day. Or it'll be super goddamn sad, and she'll have like some portal thing and she'll just have to go through it, and she'll be like, peace out fam, I'm going. And I don't think I can handle that. Or she'll choose not to, because she'll have Varian, however we say that guy's name from the Summer Court, and she'll just look around and be like, I realised I've had a family all along, and we'll be like, girl, we know! Or it's setting up the other series. I don't know, either Varian will go with her, or he won't. I don't know, all I know is I want some kinky ass times out of those two, like, let's get jiggy. I just want to know what Amryn is. Like, is she some kind of like bird-like thing? Because I was reading, I did some extensive research and came up with nothing. Clearly I suck. Because I know Sarah told like a fan what Amryn was, and I was like, I want to be that fan. I want to know. Like, tell me. You know how like crows circle death and are attracted to shiny things? Is she like somehow like linked to that? Your girl doesn't know. To everyone who says as and more won't happen, Sarah J Maas pinned on her Pinterest picture and she wrote herself Azriel and more, and I was like, duh. I would like to make more theories about Moore because she is like one of my favourite characters in the series. I think she's extraordinarily brave and she's beautiful and I love her. I wish I had a little bit more to say about her, but I don't think I'm in the mindset to be thinking about her. In the grand scheme, I'm thinking more about like weird crap. I did another stalk of Sarah J Maas's Pinterest and she pinned something about the Greek god quiz to A Court of Thorns and Roses. I really could be grasping. I think I really am grasping for anything about now. Yes, again, as I said earlier, maybe this is how the gods come into play. I don't know. I mean, it is a story of Hades and Persephone, and Phaera's name is Phaera Acheron. Isn't that like a river in the underworld? So Phaera, Hades, Persephone, Acheron. I don't know, I'm really making crap up. I should have researched this better. I think you can tell that. Yeah, this was very rambly. I'm really sorry. This is the second time I filmed this, but I'm super, 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 super excited for A Court of Wings and Ruin. I'm honestly like, oh, I get so excited when I think about it. All I want to read is A Court of Mist and Fury. It's all I want. I love this book. This book is like my entire life. I love this book. I don't know, it's just so special to me and I love it and I'm just so excited for the third book. I was camping like a week ago or so and I was telling this guy about it and he was like, sounds good. And I was like, you don't understand. This book is everything. It's not good. It's changing the literary game. And he was like, cool. And I'm like, you don't understand. Like, I love this book. I'm rambling now, so I'm just gonna... Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'd love to hear some of your thoughts and your theories down below. Like, subscribe, and all that jazz, and I will see you guys next time.
Better wash my mouth out with soap. God, I wish I never spoke. Now I gotta wash my mouth.